Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, isn't this backpack pretty darn sweet? Check this out, it glows in the dark. It has an RGB light system. This is from iFlight and it's called the Drone Pilot FPV Backpack. So not many of you are going to fly your FPV drones at night, but if you're walking back from the field at night, at least people are going to see you. And if you are flying at night, well then your backpack looks pretty darn sweet. And here we are indoors, and this is the backpack right here. And you see it's still glowing. I've got it on the multicolored mode, so this will just keep changing color. In the world of FPV, you have all types of backpacks, but you rarely have any backpacks that are any good. Because in the world of FPV, what do we all do? We throw stuff inside and we throw these everywhere. Yeah, I know I'm smashing my drone. So it's very difficult to find yourself a good backpack. And a lot of backpacks, you know, they cost quite a bit. Let me just show you what I mean. So I'm just going to take this off the table and let me show you the backpacks I use in the FPV hobby. But the problem is, here's the problem. I'll pull out the first one. The problem is that you can't buy them anymore. And I have so many people always asking me, hey, where did you get that backpack? But it just doesn't exist anymore. So this is one of my backpacks here. And this one's massive in size. You can actually fit a couple of drones inside, plus the radio and all your tools and all your spare parts and everything else. But you can't buy this one anymore. And it says on the front, it says Elite Multi-Star. I don't know. I bought this a long time ago and it has served me well. It's never broken. The zippers still work, everything. Now I have to mention all backpacks in the FPV hobby are pretty much water resistant. They are not waterproof because of all the zippers and everything else. Obviously water is going to get in, but water resistant is exactly what you want because you don't fly FPV drones in the rain. You put your backpack down on wet grass a lot of times. It's perfect. It doesn't seep through. It's really darn decent. So in every single backpack I have, oh, my table's falling apart here because this thing is so huge. In every single backpack I have, they are fully outfitted, kitted, everything with everything I need when I go to the field. What does that mean? That means I have drones on the outside or on the inside. I have the radio in here. I have the goggles, FPV goggles in here. I have all my tools that I use in the FPV hobby, all the spare props, anything spare parts, and then I have my bug repellent and stuff out here, and usually I'll put water or whatever on the other side, keep me hydrated, sunscreen, anything else. So for me, Captain Drone Steve, who flies FPV drones a lot, I have this backpack for analog drones. Everything in here is designed for the analog hobby, and it is awesome. And then I mirror the exact same backpack with another one I have. Let's see if I can get rid of this. Oh, with this one here. And this one here is one that everybody loves because it says Betaflight stitched right into it, and we all use Betaflight in the FPV hobby. This one is for my digital gear, and once again it is fully outfitted with everything digital. Like there's tools in here, there are drones, and well, actually you can't fit drones in here, it's very small, but they fit on the outside nicely. But my radio's in here, my goggles, my FPV goggles, all my gear that I would need, my landing pad, everything else is all in this thing. So you can't buy it anymore. It doesn't exist. So thankfully this new one by iFlight is just as good as the other ones, and you can buy it. It does exist and it lights up. So let me show you this one super fast because backpacks are pretty boring to show in a video. But I'll show you this one really quick. So in this one, the idea is you put your drones on the outside because you have straps here. You can put some there, put some on this side, some on this side. What's the difference between an FPV backpack and a camera bag that you buy? The difference is they have a bazillion pockets on them everywhere in places you would not even imagine that you can store everything. So in the FPV hobby, you have so many small items and large items, and you got to store them. And this thing will store them no problem. This thing is actually 33 liters. Since this one exists, I can tell you the specs on it. It's 33 liter volume. That's pretty decent. I'll put down here what the dimensions are, just in case internal and external. The dimensions are right here, just in case you're wondering. The whole outside is not going to rip or tear. It's nylon, so it's pretty decent. It is pretty sweet that they put the lighting system. How about I show you the inside so you can see how everything works? But before I do that, let me just show you the outside really quick here. So on the back, you're going to strap this to your back. And if you ever walk with a backpack on your back with a lot of stuff in it, it can get really painful on your lower back or shoulders. This is designed not to do that. because it's a good quality one. So you have the strap that goes across the chest here, plus you have the strap at the bottom that goes around your waist. And if you've done any long distance hiking, you know that's a benefit. Also, they have a really cool handle on the top when you want to hold it this way. It's designed to sit on the grass. It is water resistant. You could put a laptop in it up to 17 inches. I don't know why. And I don't know anybody in the FPV hobby that brings their laptop to the field, but some people do because they like to use Betaflight. What do? I fill up that spot usually with landing pads. I think there might even be a landing pad. Yeah, there probably is. Let me just see. I'll open up the spot where you put your laptop and yes, look at that. I have a landing pad back there. Another cool thing on this one that I like is on the front here, you can put your logo. So I'm Captain Drone. See my logo? It's pretty cool, eh? So you're saying, how did you put your logo? Well, let me show you. I've got some, where are they? Here they are. So it comes with these logos here that you get, and all they are is Velcro on the back. So you have a piece of Velcro here. So if you have a logo of any design, I have Captain Drone stickers, you just take a piece of Velcro, put your sticker on it, and watch this. There you go. There is my Captain Drone shiny logo right there. And you just slap it back on and you are all set to go. And everybody knows this backpack belongs to Captain Drone. Pretty sweet. All right, so let's open it up and let me show you the interior. See if I can open it this way so you can see. It is pretty sweet. It's really well made. So you can see I've already got a radio in it. The radio fits in the top like that, plunk. So when you open it up, you have all these compartments that you can change around to any shape or size you wish. I can honestly tell you in the FPV hobby, I do not keep all these compartments. What I do is I take out the center, like one of these centerpieces, and I put my goggles across here. And then in other sections here, I will put maybe tiny drones if I need them. What's really cool is the lighting system is back here. If you attach a battery from a 2S to all the way up to a 6S to the lighting system, isn't that the cool? It looks like a flux capacitor off of Back to the Future. So you have your lighting system here. You attach your battery, any battery you want that you'd use in the FPV hobby. This thing will run for, I don't know, 24 hours or something because it takes no power. It's LED. You can change the lighting system here. Let's see, there's a button here. If I click it, I can change the colors to anything I want. And there's an on-off switch here. If you don't want your light on, go off and then back on. So I'll just leave it like that. There's a spot back here to insert all this into the actual kit. This here bag is pretty sweet because it actually comes with, I have it back here, comes with a Lipo bag for your batteries. So you'd put your Lipo batteries in here and there's a spot right at the bottom, right where that light kit is. So that's why it's designed. You'd actually put your light kit in here too. And this here fits right in there. It slides right in the bottom so that all the weight of your batteries is at the bottom of the bag and you don't feel it when it's on your back. So that's pretty good to have a Lipo bag included. Now the bonus item with this bag would be all the cubby holes that you have up here, all the cubby holes in the inside. Everywhere you look, there is a spot to put something. If you check out iFlight's website or you watch other reviews on this bag, other reviewers might go into detail with every single hole and zipper that's in this bag, and there's a lot. But I'm not going to show you all the nooks and crannies because this video would be really long, but I am going to tell you the following because this is a question I get a lot. All right, so let me just take this backpack and stick it over here. I'll slam it up against the wall back here. All right, so I mentioned in every single one of my backpacks for FPV, the other two I showed you at the beginning, that I have all my tools in them and everything else. People getting into the FPV hobby always ask me, what tools do you put in your backpack? So I'm going to take this opportunity to actually mention the tools I'm going to stick in this backpack because every single backpack I have, they are redundant in exactly the same tools that I stick inside. So first tools I have, pull them up over here. These would be your type of screws in the FPV hobby. These will work with any screw on your drone to loosen something, tighten it, put your props on, whatever, the modern ones where they have 2 screws in the props, take the body off, everything else. There's only 4 of them, and that's all you need, and they fit everything. So I'm going to put a link below to where you can find these. Then you have these type of tools. Look at the motors. You see that nut that's on the props? Well, that you have to take it off, and when you change props or crash and change your props, you are going to need these tools for all different sizes. So I'm going to put a link to these below. Every backpack I have for FPV, these tools are in it. Next, you have these tools. These are like, your Phillips screwdriver or anything like that. Small, big, large, odd shapes. A lot of times you have to readjust the camera on a drone up, down, and the screw's really tiny or it's large, or there's something weird that's attached to your drone. You're going to need this set. Then I always get a pair of needle nose pliers because a lot of times I've only got two hands and you got to hold something and spin the other. And with needle nose pliers, you can get in there and hold something tight and then screw or unscrew with the other hand. Also, they're really good when you're using zip ties, zip ties to hold something. You put the zip tie on and then you take this and you pull it super tight with the needle nose and then you chop it right here. It's got the little scissor thing. Bonus in the FPV hobby, get yourself a set of these. Then finally, I can't put this below. I have boxes and boxes of props, every size imaginable. So what I usually do is if I'm flying, as well as I usually have battery straps as well. So what I always do is I take a size for each type of drone that I can fly. So I start at the 2-inch size and I work my way up to like the 7-inch size. So I will have props for 2-inch, 3-inch, 4-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, 7-inch, and they will fit on every conceivable drone. So if I break a prop, I've always got spares when I'm out flying. This I can't put links below too because props are, it's your choice. It's like buying Lipo batteries. You just buy the ones you like, the brand you like, whatever's on sale. Yeah, it works that way. I should also mention that this baby here, check out the bottom. This is one thing I like on a lot of these FPV bags. You'll see you got grippy stuff at the bottom so that you can slam it around all over the place and take it on a plane, whatever. And you do get a rain cover in the bottom. So if all of a sudden you have your gear and it starts to rain, it's a rain cover that goes over the bag. The reason in the FPV hobby we have them go over the bag is because you might have your drone on the back, so you put the cover over the drone as well to keep it dry. It'd be kind of silly to let your drone get wet and everything else stay dry. All right, so this is a drone by iFlight, and you've probably heard me talk a lot of times about iFlight. iFlight is like the DJI of the FPV community. They're pretty sweet, pretty cool. They make awesome, awesome items, and the fact that they made an FPV backpack means that you will see me in many reviews in the future of FPV drones using that backpack. So I've got a backpack here. Let me get back to the picture. I've got one here. This one here is the one I use for all my digital drones. Throw that down there. It's all set. It's got digital gear in it, everything, plus all those tools. And then I have this one up here. This is for analog drones. It's got Fat Sharks in it, different radios, same gear tools I've mentioned before, just like the other backpack. This is my one for analog. So now you're wondering, what am I going to use this one for? If you've got digital and analog, what are you going to use with this? Well, being a reviewer on YouTube, I have a lot of radios and a lot of drones. So this is going to be my next backpack for a mix of analog and digital with drones. And if you haven't noticed already, this is the iFlight logo right here on the backpack itself. Pretty sweet. And also the fact that it's pretty rad that it lights up is a neat concept that they've done. I don't know. It's kind of gimmicky, but at the same time, hey, there's no other backpacks that do this, and when I go to the field with this, people are going to think I have like piping along the side that's a certain color, but no, that's just the glowy piping that's changing colors as it goes. No, I left it on green. There we go. Anyways, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put links below to that backpack, as well as all the tools that I was showing you. I've thrown them all off to the side. And you go check it out and see if it's for you. Yes, you can get camera bags or whatever, because a lot of people in the FPV hobby will use a camera bag that costs dirt cheap on Amazon, like $40 to take their FPV stuff around. That's perfectly fine. But if you get into the FPV hobby and you're a true FPV hobby person, mark my words, get an FPV bag because it will last. They will last. This has been with me since I've been in the FPV hobby, and there is utterly nothing wrong with it, and it's been beat to crap. And as well as this Betaflight one has been with me for so long. And look at it. It looks pretty darn decent, but it has been beat to crap as well. All these ones have been stuck in the rain, and I throw everything in the back of my Jeep, so they just get thrown everywhere. But those are solid backpacks, so when you pay that extra cash, that's what you're paying for. All right, it's not super expensive. I believe it's under $200 US, and you're probably going, under $200 US? That's incredibly expensive. No, it's not. Not for an FPV backpack, and I will say right now, if you don't have one, consider getting one, because just like those other two I had, they go off the market. They only stick around for a certain while, and when they're off the market, you can't find one, and when you're looking for one, you got to wait until somebody new, like iFlight, comes along and makes one at that price. All right, guys, from me and iFlight and this really cool glowy backpack, I say thanks for watching this video. Check the links below, and I will catch you in a future video with many more reviews of products for the drone world. Until then, take care. Bye.